We're at Michigan for the HPL exhibition race number 7. Tonight will just be the Cup drivers and the Xfinity drivers for the upcoming Season 3. Tonight in the booth with me I have Code Red Do. I'm Tiger NASCAR. Tonight, yeah, I think we said this already, but we're at Michigan. Code Red, how do you think this race is going to go?
Alright, first off, I want to say happy Memorial Day to everyone, our veterans, and second off, I'm actually really excited because Michigan is definitely a track where you have a lot of room. I mean, you can say it's like a super speedway, except this time, I mean, you're going to have to watch because this track is wide enough for you to fit 3, maybe 4 wide going into the turns. So yeah, I think this is something that we all need to keep an eye on, especially in the exhibition race. Who knows what could happen coming up in our Season 3 race for the regular season. But right now, I just really think that our drivers just need to keep their eyes peeled, especially when it comes to all on the action. Because this track, you don't put much brake unless you go to pit road. It's all on the throttle.
Alright, I'm not sure what draft, if it's going to be normal, high, or low. But I think that's going to play a very big dividend to what actually happens. So tonight, I'm not sure who to keep an eye on since it's such a wild part of a racetrack, but I think I have to go with Heredia. It's just been so dominant every race. Who do you think is
Well,
going to have a chance tonight?
all right. Before I announce my pick on the race winner tonight, I do want to mention a few drivers that will be making their exhibition debut tonight. You look at Steve Mask, who will be joining in the Xfinity Series. He'll be making his HPL exhibition debut. We'll get a chance to see how he does before the season starts. Also, we need to keep an eye on Budweiser. He's going to be in Xfinity as well. So he's going to be in, I believe he's going to be in the 6th car. So a lot of really news to align before the exhibition race. But if I had to look at it, I mean, just by the look of the way that it is tonight, I'm going to say keep an eye on the Soaps. And not only that, but also keep an eye on Always Joker. These two have always been rivals when it comes to the exhibition races. They've always known how to race each other aggressively. So I say keep an eye on those two.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be an interesting battle to watch. Captain Jack won the Cup Series race last season here. I was not sure about the Xfinity and trucks.
I
I'm not
don't
sure
know
about.
about the.
You can go. You can go
Honestly,
ahead.
I'm not sure about the Xfinity trucks. I do know what you can expect to see here, ladies and gentlemen, is a huge race where, as I mentioned, a lot of drivers are not going to be putting on much braking unless you go to pit road. So I say the drivers are going to have to keep their eyes peeled for the moment. They're going to have to be careful if they want to be able to race here.
Yeah, that's definitely another thing. Is if there's still a huge pack coming into pit road, we'll be interested to see how they all sort themselves and making sure they don't get speeding penalties. I'm not really sure who got pole or what the qualifying lineup is in any way. Do we know if they have
Yeah,
a streak?
I do not know. I can look see. But I think we'll have to keep an eye, see if there is one at the moment. Give me 1 second here. I don't think Sharp is racing tonight, but we can see. Did you get the invite there, Mr.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not sure we mentioned number 19 for JGR is racing tonight. I'm not sure if we mentioned him. I think this is his first Cup Series race or exhibition in the Cup Series. He will be running 19th for the Cup Series.
I think I don't know if Shifter's going to be in this race, but we'll have to give it a look to see at the moment. Um, is there any driver besides Heredia that you're going to keep an eye on tonight? That's a really good question.
Looking at the Discord, McCard, he's always a factor, especially in pubs when we race with him. He's always fast up there with us. We'll see if he can play a role today. He might make. Is there anyone else?
I definitely do agree as far as McCarr, because if you think about it in season 2, we've always kept an eye on him. He's gotten some strong runs at tracks like this. So I say McCarr will definitely be a big factor for today's race.
Yeah, I know he has a lot of talent. Just if we look back at the hot seat that he did for season 2 in the Cup Series at Texas, ran very well that race. I don't think he did the best since there was a huge mess in the last restart. But he did very well before that.
Now, I do want to ask you a question. Looking at some of the drivers that we see, like TK 270, and as I mentioned, Ski Mask. You look at Bobby Love. I mean, do you think they'll end up feeling that pressure, knowing that they're going to be racing guys like Riley and Soaps and Hereda and Joker? I mean, you got to think about this though. These are drivers that we've not got to see act as well yet. So, what do you think the expectation?
We can join now. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of them race, but I know it's definitely going to be. They're going to have a lot of pressure on them for sure. We'll see. I think, especially when you're racing guys who are really good, like Riley and Joker, they're going to feel a little bit of pressure to not crash around them or even race around them. But as they get into the race, they're going to let off on the pressure and they'll feel a lot more comfortable by the end of this thing.
Sorry, I definitely do agree. Real quick before we get to Lauren here, I do want to say, as I mentioned, happy Memorial Day to all of our veterans who have served and who are currently served for this country. We can't thank you enough for all that you do as we go green flag.
Fistbuster on Poe. I don't think he's in Cup, but interesting.
Everyone's in cup cars, so you're gonna see some Xfinity drivers in different numbers. But right now, Fistbuster 69 is in the 20, and yet I'm telling you, this is what I mentioned earlier. There, Taker. These drivers are not going to let off any brake unless something happens. You see the 37 going on to the outside of Joker. And you see the 6, I'm assuming that might be Mudweiser behind him.
And Joker making moves to the inside early.
That 37 is Rich Gang. Well, go ahead.
Oh, Riley gets put
Oh,
on the
boy.
grass by Mudweiser.
Something I forgot to mention is that coming off of Ford, they're going to have to be careful, especially with the apron. The apron is probably the smallest thus far we see at other NASCAR tracks. So, yeah, they're going to have to be careful coming off of Ford.
As we get a look back on the field from Fistbuster. We're
He's
starting to
got
make a
himself a
run
good.
at. Yeah.
He's got himself a good lead, but here comes Joker on the inside. You gotta wonder how much he's willing to save, because I mean, this track you can save as much as you can, but it all depends on how much fuel you have in the tank.
And you see how big of a play the draft is. You'll see him getting shuffled out. He's trying to put the side draft on Joker. Here comes 6 car. Looking from the back of the field.
Now, let me ask you a question there. If you're a Joker and you see Rich Gang like you saw him just now trying to run that bottom line, would you be willing to try to run to the bottom, try to be able to make pass to him? Oh,
I don't say if Rich Game's running the bottom, I'm running the bottom too. Make him pass me on the outside. Uh, it's definitely a lot harder to pass on the outside. I'm not sure if you quite said that. It might have cut out a little bit.
and yet, ladies and gentlemen, this is our good glimpse of what we're going to be seeing for the Cup Series. You'll see the 9 McCarr making his debut in the Cup season. You're going to see the Soaps. You're going to see so many different drivers. You see the 14 of Mike G. He'll be making his debut for SHR after running with Penske last season in season 2, and yet he had a great run and couldn't be able to make it to the playoffs. But yeah, he's willing to do whatever he can to get back into the playoffs and try to win a championship next season.
Yeah, there's kind of two paths separating. There's one pretty big one and a smaller one. It's just hanging out back there. I'm not sure if they kind of got held each other up a little bit. You see AK
Yeah,
Unleaded, who's promoted to the Cup Series a few days ago. leading the charge in the second half.
As you mentioned, the 19 of AK unleaded, he's leading that pack. Yet the 16 of 2K20. I mean, they're gonna have to form a line to be able to get together. And I believe you see the Soaps might be back there. I don't know if he is, but yet.
Budweiser in the grass keeps a good
Budweiser,
save.
good save on Budweiser, but yeah, he's gonna have to be careful and he's gonna have to stay in the bottom. But here's another thing I do want to mention, Tiger, is that that 1 and 2, it is so difficult.
Crash in the back, the 6 car, the 2. The 38,
the 18, 38, 34. The 34 slipped over here. He's saying, I believe I can fly. That is definitely a little bit out of caution.
First time today. I think someone got loose. Who's the 6 car?
Idallan, I think. Idallan 97.
Someone got loose, and I believe Al had hit someone. I think he got loose. Just hit the wall at a bad angle, and that's what triggered the whole wreck from what I saw. And Mackard, look at him, McCard's hard. He's in 3rd place. That's one of the drivers that's spot we should keep an eye on tonight. He's doing big well for himself.
I definitely do agree that I think Chosen did not want his caution, but hey, he's got his new teammate at the 9 to be able to go up there and help him out. I mean, but just keep an eye on that outside line. They're going to try to pull off something. Put the flag back in the air. Oh man, this is getting really intense back here.
Look at Rich King to the bottom of the Joker.
And the thing is, good.
Really pinching him there. That's when the Joker's really just king things he's so good at. He's able to defend the position so well, and he knows how to just attack and defend at the same time.
Most importantly, he's got that 20 pushing him, so yet right now that's something that Rich Gang does need. And if I might be correct, Rich Gang did start on the outside of this restart, and look at him now. Gives you a chance to lead the field in front of so many great drivers. But yet the question is, how much pressure does he have? You know the 88 is going to try to go back up there and get revenge. If there's a 14 pushing the 20, could the 20 pull off something?
Yeah, he's definitely looking strong in the early stages of this race. Michigan's definitely puts a track where you need to have track position. Even if you see these 2 lines, it's kind of hard to get something going out there. Unless you have a lot of cars, but you can see just how much a draft affects, especially in the front stretch, how they're able to gap those guys on the outside.
I definitely do agree. Whenever you look at the situation that we could be seeing, just imagine what we could be seeing for our season opener at Daytona.
Budweiser.
Budweiser going, he is off the apron right now, and yet, as I was saying before that incident happened, that come Daytona, I mean, Tiger, you out of all people know this, you're going to see the Toyota and Fords work together, because you know how strong those Chevys can be.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back on what happened there, it looks like it's kind of the same thing that happened with Allen in the first caution. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight now, as we've seen it twice already in the early stages.
Now, I will say this is our good glimpse of what we're going to be seeing. Even though these are Cup cars, imagine what's going to happen to Budweiser into the Xfinity cars. Oh man, it's getting really dicey back here with the 18, the 22, the 12, and the 16. The 16 is going to try to make it 3, 48 is going to try to make it 3 wide with the soaps in the middle.
Yeah, especially as the cars their tires get worn. We're going to see a lot of cars sliding. That's an aggressive move by the 14.
Rich Gang lost the lead, and that Jerk is back on the lead. But here comes Mike G in the 14, and you know he's going to try to be able to pass him.
Oh, Mike G's in the 14, okay. Let's see if he can get a run on the backstretch. That Fish is pushing him. It is. Look at McCarr trying to move on Fish, cause them to defend. He's gonna make a move on Mike G.
It's hard to tell with the situation. They're going to go 3 wide for second place, and if I was second to fourth, I would, even though it is McCard, I mean, I would work my way up to try to be able to get up to the 88. But at the same time, if you're McCard, you just want to see your teammate, aka your owner, be able to win this stage.
Yeah, it's, you really want to help your teammates. Oh, that was close. Really close racing there from McCard and like, gee, they almost had a big crash.
Now,
And
I
there
will
you
say
see
this.
Jojo. Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
I was gonna say, as a Truck Series driver, I'm definitely really impressed with what the 20's doing. He's trying to be able to try to get the Joker Days draft and yet try to be able to execute moves. Go ahead and continue what you're saying, buddy.
What? I am. They're cutting out a little bit. Maybe that's my end. Oh, 3 wide for like 5th. But as I was gonna say, Jojo, we haven't talked about him much, and here he is in 4th place, trying to make his move. As here comes Fish. Fist. I keep calling him Fish. That's my bad.
This could be
He's
for the
gonna make.
stage. The stage, and yet it's gonna go to, I don't know. They're still going, but yet I'm gonna follow along with the. Yeah, those two are good. These two are very well when it comes to speed. But the 20's gonna try to be able to get on the inside. But yeah, we know how
Oh,
good Joker is on side drafting, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to try to side draft, hits the outside wall, but here comes the 20. The 20 is going to be able to get himself enough room, and he's going to try to take this lead away from Joker, and he does.
yeah, it's something we don't see too often. Is he named Cup this season? Fist?
What is it?
Let's see.
Oh man, what was it there, Tiger?
Oh yeah, Fist is in Cup. I did not know that. I thought he was in Xfinity. I have not been keeping along with the news very recently. But here comes the field again, and we have all those cars. And JoJo's trying to make a move. He gets outside, now 3 wide for 3rd.
And here comes JoJo. JoJo in that 12. Here comes the 22 of Stokes. He's going to push the 9 of
Oh,
McCord.
crashing back island again. He hits the curb and he spins out,
Oh,
and there's
and
more
he
contact.
hits one wide.
That's a huge crash. That's going to be
Oh,
multiple cars.
that is going
That
to be
will
the.
most definitely bring out the caution, I assume, but it hasn't yet. And
Oh,
Fifth is in the wall. Is that the caution there?
they're gonna have to call
No,
manual. They're gonna have to call
it's
manual.
it's not a caution. That is an interesting. That I bottom line. That's not a caution. It's
Well, ain't it 5 laps? Ain't it 5 laps to go? And then there's no manual caution before the end of the
yeah,
stage.
that is the rule.
That could be that. That could be the situation right here.
This is kind of like the Daytona race from last season, if you remember. There's like a 10-car crash, and it wasn't called a caution in the last 2 laps.
That was
And there's a manual
insane.
right there. Yep, there's a manual.
Manual caution being thrown out. Second caution of the night. That was insane. As soon as you said there was a big wreck, I immediately saw the 6 hit the 66. So it's something that I believe the driver of the 66, and that is Budweiser, who does not need right now at this moment, especially with all that damage.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen Allen go around tonight. I think that time just the apron. That's definitely an apron that a lot of drivers hate. Just getting the wrong angle there, they're gonna spin around. And that's exactly what we saw there. So half the game's fault, and I guess most of the game's fault, to be honest.
I will agree with you there. And man, it's like I said before we got started, is that this track, and Tiger can agree with me on this. I mean, it's almost like a super speedway, except when it comes to these turns, as you see in 1 and 2. I mean, the track is very wide, but you got to be careful with where you're going because that apron will not be your best friend. It's going to be your worst enemy. And I think that's what
Yeah,
happened in 3 and 4.
absolutely.
Oh, the 28
It's
the wall.
Riley hitting the ball. What do you do here? Do you stay out? I'm not sure how many laps will to the stage, but is there any strategy do you think that's going to come into play here?
I personally believe is that you're going to need to pit because you got to think about how much tires are going to be ending up wearing out, how much rubber you're wearing out, especially with the amount of fuel. As big as this track is, you're going to need to get your fuel tires. So I think for some of these drivers, they're going to have to go with four and gas.
I think we're definitely going to see one driver take two, as Bobby Love stays out. That's an interesting call. I think they must have. I'm not sure what's happening. I think they lapped themselves and they're getting their laps back. But
If he's staying out, I will say either that or if he's getting his lap back. I will say that is a really interesting situation
I think,
because that or Bobby Love must be the Bobby Love. I don't want to say Bobby, but Bobby Love must be the lucky dog. So yeah,
oh,
he's trying to get his lap back.
wow. 19 car, that's unleaded. Or, yeah,
Unleaded.
unleaded.
Wow.
Two
He
tires, I think.
that might be a two-tire stop. See that what is this case for him compared to the rest of the drivers? I mean,
I
Joker was the first one that led into pit road, so yet he ended up leaving out what second?
Yeah, Joker's second. This is not going to go well for the light team. Uh, if I think if more cars would have took two, this could have worked out well. Because in this game, the first 2 or 3 laps of a run, 4 tires, they're really fast. But after that, those tires will start to equal out. So I think Unleaded's going to fall down the order here. First 5 or so laps, maybe, and then he'll start staying in his place. Maybe even working up through the field. But it's just
I
he's not gonna have a good time.
I personally believe that I understand you want to be able to get up front, you want to be able to make a statement in front of these cup drivers, and plus, most importantly, in front of these owners that are going to be watching this, is that you want to be able to take risks, and that's exactly what the night team is going to do. And we're not going to go during this time real quick because we're going to go to the choose cone rule. But anyways, I was about to say is that the night team is wanting to be able to make a big statement. I mean, he's wanting to be able to press the drivers and the owners. So I think what he's doing might be a good thing, but at the same time, what risk are you taking?
Yeah, big risk for sure. I wonder if all these guys taking the outside lane is a reaction to the 2 tire stop call from
Oh,
Unleaded.
the 37 is the wall, but
Rich Gang hitting the wall there.
I was gonna say,
Starting 6th.
I'll say you mentioned it, the outside. Those are starting on the outside lane. I think that might be a great idea. Seeing that you don't know what's going to happen with the leader. So he took 2 tires. So I think for the 95, the 88, the 9, I believe you see the 20, the 22 back there, and I think the 6 and the 18. This is something that you definitely do need at this point, and also the 24 and the 37. I think they just need to be careful and they need to try to see what happens with the leaders. Considering we're getting ready to go green this time.
Yeah, we'll see how good of a start that Joker gets. I think if you're JoJo, you're gonna be right on the bumper of Unleaded. As soon as he goes, you're gonna be right there with him.
As we're getting ready to go to green flag this time. Green flag's in the air at the Firekeepers Casino 400 and third restart of the evening.
Unleaded takes the lead, but how long is Joker? Misjudges a little bit, but he's going to make a crossover immediately. And he'll take the lead of the race.
I'm telling you, that was a bad move on the 19. The fact that he thought he took 2 tires, it cost him big time because Joker just passed him like it was nothing. Here comes the 12 of JoJo Siwa.
He's been relatively quiet, but he's having a top 5 night. He's been working his way up the field, and he's going to try to make a move. And how about Riley? We haven't seen him tonight at all, and here he is in the top 3.
Season 1 champion trying to be able to get up there with the mix of the Ford and the Chevy. I'm pretty sure we all know he's going to try to help his teammate out, Joker, to be able to keep his lead. But at the same time, here comes the 9 on the inside.
JoJo's. Well, look at Riley shoving him as they're 2 by 2 going into turns 3 and 4.
This battle's getting really interesting because someone went to the grass. That is the 95 of Captain Dead down. I don't know what happened to him, but he's back on track, I believe.
Almost 3 wide. It's 24. It's way wide.
The 20 on 24 is up in the wall right there.
Captain Jack went very well.
Here comes the 37, following along with the 88's draft. He's going to try to be able to push him by the 48 of Ubi.
There goes Riley to the lead. Followed closely by Mike G. And again, the Soaps here hasn't had the best race, but here he is in the top 3 showing. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did not see Jojo there. That's my bad.
The 12's got himself a comfortable lead right now, and the question is how long he's going to have it. The 14's going to try to push the 48. You know the 14 wants to be able to get up there and try to take the lead away from the 12, but he's going to have to get through the Season 1 champ and Ubi out of the way. Here comes our Season 2 Xfinity champion, the Soaps at 22. He's working his way up there.
Alright, beats out Mike G dry. The Fist coming back through the field after at a terrible pit stop. This picker did not do him very well.
I will say this though, I am amazed of how good 19 is staying with this field, regardless of him taking 2 tires. But yet the thing is that you gotta wonder how much is he going to stay out before he realizes he's going to need to pit, and eventually he's going to end up being lapped down.
I don't think he's gonna pit. He took 2 tires, I believe. I wouldn't think he took 0, because that would just not be a good move, because you have to take right sides every pit stop here. Those right sides are terribly.
Joker in the back, he's going to scrape the 22 a little bit. There's still 3 wide. Here comes Joker. He's working his way up, and yet he's following along. The 9 to 48 and the 88 are working really good together. They're slowly approaching the 12 and the 14.
Jojo trying to break the draft of that inside lane. Oh, that was a stage.
That was stage 1. Stage 1 winner goes to the 12 of Jojo Siwa later, and the 48 in second. I think the 88 beat the 14 for third and 14. Then the 9 to 22, I believe the 37, 24, and 20. What a stage that was.
Maybe not the best first half of stage 1 for Jojo, but he came to life for sure. Oh my gosh, that English failure certainly came to life in the second stage. Second half of the first stage for Jojo Siwa. That's a good thing.
And looks like the Captain Dead Dad had some words to say during the stage break to Mudwalker.
And there's confirmation Unleaded took 2 tires.
Green flag back in the air here for our 4th restart of the evening. Stage 2 begins.
Yeah, for Unleaded, that definitely gives the competition for sure what 2 tires is going to do to them, because now we know that 2 tires will not work, and I don't think we're going to see many 2 tire strategy calls for the rest of the race, if at any.
There could be a caution. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, we've seen, 3 cautions in stage 1. The question is how many we're going to see here in stage 2. I hope we don't see any, but in this case, I mean, something's going to have to happen.
Got a little bit of oversteer, it looks like. This is Jojo trying to make a switch back, and it looks like it'll be successful pending as they go into turn 1.
And you know the rivalry that the 88 and 12 have had. I mean, these two, they've always been battling out with each other throughout the first 2 seasons. And yet, as we get to season 3, I believe JoJo will be still going to be in Xfinity. I don't know yet. against the Xfinity drivers, but you best believe he wants to be able to get back into the Cup car and make some revenge on the 88 of Joker.
Yeah, JoJo had. We know he's
big
really
wreck!
fast.
Oh
They
boy.
saved it.
Good
Yeah, but
save by the 9 of the car. That was a little bit crazy. Go ahead and finish with. Oh, I hear wrecking.
Oh,
The 2!
big crash
The
there.
2!
As
Big crash. The 66, the 2, the 16, the 38, I believe. That is a big one, and caution is out for the 4th time this evening.
Zach, I believe, is excited after my thing now. But as I was saying, JoJo, if you remember too, I believe, what was it, last season in the Mission Cup race, had some heartbreak. Came very close to winning the race, but just lost in the last lap. We know he's definitely going to be a contender for the rest of the race.
Oh, and by the way, definitely want to say hey to the Season 2 Cup champion, Mr. Honey Bun Man himself, already, y'all. What's up, already?
I thought already was racing.
He is watching the stream.
Yeah, I thought he was racing tonight, but I guess he's a spectator. Hi, already. But we have some honey in the booth tonight if you want some. But we're back on the green. It's Alan and Captain Dead Dad. Did they stay out?
That's a good question. But it looks like the 6 did stay out.
Yeah, he's already putting a massive gap. I'm not sure. Oh!
Oh boy.
They have a good save there. It's still
3, 4
almost
wide.
lost it.
There is no such thing as patience when it comes to these drivers. They want to be able to get themselves a win. Oh, I'm hearing some crunching. I'm hearing more crunching on the crunchy bar.
They all have it safe so far. Allen breaking the draft from JoJo. As he gets to the inside, is Fist gonna try to make it 3 wide? He's not able to. Is Rich Gang aggressively drives Joker down there. As JoJo's gonna make a move on Allen. He gets the job done on Captain Dedet and Allen. Almost in the same corners. They're side by side going to turn 3 with the line of 4. 3 wide, almost as Masop's gave an aggressive bump.
So far, and yet now, new leader again. It is the 12 of JoJo, and JoJo is definitely it's got to be one of his best tracks because he's definitely knows what to do with his car. He's got some help in the 37 and 20. So if I was JoJo, stay in that bottom line and don't worry about anything.
Yeah, doing a great job so far. Is that Mike G going very wide in the back of turn 2. They're getting pretty restless back there as Joker for 3 wide, I think, for the 4th spot. On the side of Allen, Rich
I'm
Gang.
hearing more.
Yeah, Allen's
more crunching again.
Going wide in turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, this is stage 2, by the way, Joker. We're at stage 2 at the moment, and we've already seen, I believe, now 4 cautions. I would say 3 cautions, but yeah, 4 cautions, and besides the stages. We're in stage 2 right now.
Oh boy, they're getting crazy back. Someone hit the wall back there, and they all scampered. They all saved it.
This is getting very, very tense because you know how much these drivers want. Even in just a regular exhibition, these drivers are very, very passionate. As you see, Rich Gang Evil must have lagged out or had a DNF, but yet these drivers are not holding back at the moment. They know how much this means to them, especially for exhibition, to get themselves prepared for the winter season, which will be coming up here soon. And by the way, on behalf of myself and Tiger, we definitely miss you guys, and we can't wait for season 3 to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone very wide goes down to the apron. I think that was the 2 car Ski Mask.
Ski Mask Sleazy. That is someone I know very well, one of my good friends who's currently in the Penske team for the Xfinity Series, and I'm glad to have him along with myself, the Soaps, and JoJo, as well as Fire Slayer. Shout out to Fire Slayer.
I think we're seeing a common theme. There's just two groups of the field tonight. We have that first group. His fist is in the wall, and he's going to keep it out of everyone. He's going to drop into the middle of the two packs. We have a very small pack of about 7 cars, and then second pack of a much larger group.
This second pack that I'm watching right now, go ahead.
Oh, you can go ahead. Just take
I'll say this second pack I'm seeing right now with TK270 passing on 19. I mean, they're gonna have to work together because I know that they're going 3 wide and they want to be able to make a pass, but at the same time, though, is how much time are you wasting just by battling with each other and trying to be able to get to that front pack?
This looks like he's struggling a lot. Just hit the wall again coming out of 2. And I think part of the reason that second pack's losing a little bit is we can see Alan and Captain Dead Dad, if you remember, they stayed out on the last caution. They might be holding up a little bit. As we're 3 wide for the lead, Captain Dead Dad, Joker, and Masopes.
Oh, the 22 hits the 24. Here comes the 9 and the 48.
Is Riley gonna make it 4 wide? He almost does. And Dead Dad hits Masopes. He goes wide. As Captain... Did I said Captain Dead Dad?
You could say Captain Jack. It's Captain Jack, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Jack.
Oh,
Captain
big crash back. Alan again. Oh. There's like 2 cars.
19 to 6.
Lutton leaded in Allen again for the 3rd time tonight. Allen spins. Not the night he's been hoping for sure.
No, I definitely do agree. And yet 19 is still spinning out off the back stretch, and 6 has got it going. But yeah, this is something that the 6 has not made. This is, as you mentioned, the 3rd time tonight that this has happened.
And Joker goes wide. They were 3 wide. I don't think he knew. He gets put up the track. It's Dead Dad, or... I'm so sorry.
Jack.
Yes.
Jack. I will help you out with that. If you say Dead Dad, I'll say Jack.
Yeah. Is Riley having this light? They're starting to come together, the 2 groups. That's for sure. Mike G leading the charge. And there is Captain Dead Dad behind him.
At this point, ladies and gentlemen, right now, these drivers in the back, I mean, they are racing aggressively. And if I was them, like I said before, they don't need to be passing each other. They just need to stay together like it was if it was a super speedway. Get together, and it looks like some of them are going to the pits at the moment because we could be seeing some green flag stops. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, with how that caution was so early in the stage, I think we could see some drivers pitting here. Especially because I noticed last time around off turn 2, Bobby Love got a little loose, almost a save. Kept it just off the track.
Jack set himself a really good, comfortable lead, but it all depends on when is he going to be able to pit. Yeah, they see the 19, and 19 came out of the pits. The question is, when are these drivers going to be able to go to the pits?
Oh, Ubi spins! A Clutch Buster, big crash!
14, 12, oh, the 48
oh,
is spinning
big
around.
Crash!
My gosh.
Half the field, at least half the field off turn 4.
Big wreck. That was a big one.
And like you said earlier, Code Red, the apron, your worst enemy, that's exactly what just happened to Ubi. And he just collected everybody. Wow, big crash. I'm not sure how many laps we have left.
I mean, did I not tell you how bad that apron is on the bottom? That apron is not your best friend. And I guess one of them must have flipped the apron, and all of a sudden, the big one at Michigan.
Wow. I'm not sure what happened in the second pack, but I switched to a different cam. Everyone's in the second pack just piled in.
I'd like to know how the second pack got involved immediately because I don't know what went down, but I mean, you see the 2, you see the 14. Green flags didn't go back in the air, but that was just wow, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and that's so unfortunate for Fist having a really good run today. Now he's all the way at the back, and he's going to have to fight for his field, but he has plenty of time. Still has a second stage break, and there's definitely going to be a few cautions, I'd say, from what we're seeing.
I definitely do agree. Right now, the 24 has got himself a lead, but here comes the 9. The 9, he definitely wants to be able to stay up to the front. He's always been so great at these tracks, but yet the question is how much can he be able to stay? As I say that, here comes the 22 of Masopes. Masopes knows a lot about this track, and here comes the 88 of Always Joker going to push him, but yet, you know that by the time that Joker pushes Masopes, he's going to try to get up in front of the 22.
Oh,
38,
that's color.
38 to the grass. 38
Or
to the
crash,
grass.
but that's color IV, I think. Color the fourth, color IV.
That tough break for him. And he's
color
definitely
VI.
gonna have to go. He's definitely gonna have to come to pit road, especially with all that damage he's got on that hood.
Oh, absolutely crazy look back.
And once again, the reason how we get to Michigan or how we get
again!
oh boy, big
The
wreck
18
again.
of Bobby Love, the
16
of just a
TK
2-car spin.
TK2.
That's a
That's
caution.
gonna have to be.
That's
gonna
not
have
a
to be
manual,
caution.
it's a game caution actually. So
That's
interesting how that's a caution, but not that other like 4-car spin.
6 cautions now. Or if not that, then yeah, we'll go ahead and say that was the end of the stage. But wow, that was
And
insane.
looks like from this point of view, he just got hooked, which just the game's fault, not really any other. It's just game physics on NASCAR 85. It's hooked and he went straight into the wall.
Some of the Cup drivers definitely making their comments, but this is just insane at the moment. But we're about to go green flag in the air here, but I'm hoping that it stays caution free throughout the rest of the stage.
Allen just turned right into, I don't know who that was, the yellow car. Oh, and Mudweiser's in the grass. Almost came back on top of the track.
The 66 is going to have to watch out. I mean, he was in the Truck Series in Season 2, but yeah, he moved up to the Xfinity Series in Season 3.
The soaps came. And I was going to say the soaps just rammed into the back of
Masop's going to try to block the 88, but yet as soon as Masop's comes, he's going to be able to try to pull on the inside, so he wide.
Another wreck!
24
is that one car?
That's more than
the caution
one car,
comes out again.
That is more than one car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this from my side of the stream, I hope you guys know that I've never seen anything like this, and this is just the exhibition. But as I was freaking to say, is how do we get to these exhibition races? How do we get to Michigan? It is the Xfinity and the Cup Series drivers that get the vote, and yet there are 4 votes. There are 4 tracks for Michigan, where I believe Martinsville, New Hampshire, and Daytona, and by a 6-vote lead, that's how we get to Michigan. So this is the driver's pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think the intensity must be a lot more ramped up knowing there's nothing to lose. I think it's also just a combination of Cup drivers and Xfinity drivers. Maybe, I don't know, like last year, some sizzle wreck fests in Xfinity, and maybe that's carrying over into this race.
Green flag back in the air, but yet, Tiger, you've had your experience when it comes to the exhibition races. Whenever you went to the Cup Series last season, I mean, does the animosity get really tense with all these drivers, including the Xfinity and Cup Series?
I mean, I didn't do a lot of exhibition races last year. It's pretty intense. I'm not sure if we went to a track just like this where everyone is so spaced together and we have to keep it off one another, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more intense knowing that we have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You can just drive it in with pretty much little to no consequence.
Right now, here comes the 14. Mike G. He's got the 9 of McCard underneath him. The 14 is going to try to take the lead away from his former teammate in the Soaps in the 22. As I mentioned, Mike G is going to go to Sturhoff Racing.
Oh, we
Oh,
got
and the
another
right to the
spin.
16. 16 of
That's
TK2.
TK. That's worth 3 wide for the lead up front.
And that's only one car, ladies and gentlemen. That is only a one-car wreck. We stay green at this time.
Oh, but Soaps is in the wall.
Mr. is in the wall, but yet he still got his speed. But yet, the question, he's going to have to lose a lot of positions if he wants to be able to get to that bottom.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come back a lot. Oh,
the
but Soap
95
spins.
The 95,
Oh,
the 22,
Captain
the 4.
did that, and the 4 car. That will be a caution.
I
Wow.
was watching my soaps right there, and I don't know if the 95 turned right or what happened, but I'm
Yep.
not going to assume anything.
Had it on my stream as well. I'm not sure
But
exactly what happened. I just saw a car turn right.
And ladies and gentlemen, I do got some word that Captain did apologize, said he will take the blame there. This is intense, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure that after today, Joker, the admins, they're not going to want to come back here for the exhibition, but they will have to come back here
Not.
for season 3.
I wonder if is Fistbuster now at the front of the field.
Yes, now Fistbuster has definitely got something a good car. So yet, let's see how he does.
I think it's the right call. We know he has a lot of speed. He has to have that track position. Maybe a quick caution takes 4 tires. Everyone takes 4 tires, and he's right back in the mix of it.
Now I will say this though, we do go to Michigan on August 23rd here in the summer, so you best believe the intensity starts to draw, even just by off an exhibition race. It's going to get intense before we get to the regular season on June 17th, ladies and gentlemen. The Cup Series will be back on June 17th, so please mark that on the calendar. We will be sure to bring you some coverage from Daytona for the Cup and Xfinity Series as we get back and start a season 3.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun race to watch. Make sure you watch the shootout and duels as well.
That is right, and
a week early.
I was going to say, yeah, you're absolutely correct. We will get a chance to see some Truck Series action here coming up on June 16th, ladies and gentlemen. The Truck Series will start off the action on June 16th. And Tyler, as a fellow competitor, I cannot wait to get a chance to run with you. It's going to be a lot of fun, buddy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun this season. I think we have a lot of talent.
A lot of great talent, too, might I add. You got yourself Mr. Tiger over here, myself. You got so many great drivers in the field for the Truck Series. Galator will definitely be there, and of course, the Mr. Cup and Xfinity driver himself, Mayhem Tomorrow, will also be in the Truck Series.
Yeah, TGS Brothers, Shake and Bake, GU, a very strong competitor last season. It's definitely
And
going to be very interesting this next season.
And I believe we also have 2 former Cup Series drivers that will also be making their Truck Series debut. We have a lot that's in store for the Truck Series. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Don't forget, June 16th, mark it off on the date of your calendar. It is on a Wednesday, and obviously, you know, the trucks will be on Wednesdays and Monday and Thursdays. Oh, and I hear crunching before I say that, and that no record thus far. But obviously, on Mondays and Thursdays, Cup and Xfinity on Wednesdays belongs to the Truck Series.
Yeah, Fistbuster's strategy calls, it looked like he's working out for him very well. He's back to the midfield already. Allen's trying to make it 3 wide on him. He just really hasn't had a good race ever since he just got dropped to the back of the field. To no fault of his own, I mean, this track, you have to be at the front to have really any shot at winning. Especially, because once you get in the back, I've had many experiences like this. Once you're in the back, it's such a hard track to pass at. You see all these lanes. They just don't go anywhere. Like, You make up one position, you lose one position, and I think we're seeing a lot of that tonight.
Right now, the 48s, he's definitely got himself a good run because he's got some help on the outside. And the question is, how much time does he have to go to get down to the inside of the 24? You know he doesn't want to wreck him, considering how good the communication the 24 and the 88 have. I mean, you best believe that Riley wants to come down to the bottom, but yeah, he can't because he's got the 24, he's got the 12, and he got a new teammate in the 9 of the car down to the bottom as well. So yeah, he's gonna have to rely on his good old teammate, always driven the 88. And plus some surprising help, as I say that the 14 does hit the wall a little bit, and loses a couple spots.
Yeah, the other thing about track position is you see how they're all too wide. You can't really do anything. You just have nowhere to go. I think that's a big spurt in this track, and there's a car at the back who loses control, and that's, I believe, Budweiser hasn't had a good day ever since starting pretty up high in the field. Did not sound right.
I'll say Budweiser's definitely been struggling throughout this whole race, as well as Dallin. Riley loses the lead to the 24. They're 3 wide back there with the 9, the 88, the 22. There comes the 12 going down to the bottom. He's going to try to make it work. Here comes the 9. The 9's going to make it 3 wide between the 12 and the 22. The 24 gets a little nudge, but yet the 24 is going to take the lead away from Riley.
The rebound, too, is they're all going wide as Cap and Jack building a pretty big lead. I'd say they want to sort themselves out a little bit here before he gets out too far. If Hamjack is able to somehow break the draft, then it'll be hard to catch up unless they all get single file and are able to run him down, I must say.
Jack's got himself a good run. I mean, we've seen that throughout the whole race. Besides the caution, he's got himself a pretty good car. So the question is, how much can he be able to keep that momentum before we get to go to green flag stops?
Oh, I'm not sure if that's lag, but the 2 car, I think it's a 2 car. Yes, he's kind of all over the place as he comes out. I don't know if that's lag or a loose setup. See if it happens again off turn 2.
I'm going to keep an eye on Speed Master Luigi myself. Once again, he is a brand new driver to the HPL. He is someone that myself, Fire Slayer, myself, Already God, so many people in this league know about him. He's a great driver. He's definitely a fan of Chase Elliott. Yet he's definitely got himself a great ride to start himself out in the Xfinity series. So I look forward to seeing how he does.
Man, was I holding my breath because I saw the 19 car on the apron.
Oh,
There goes Ski!
Ski! No!
The commentator's curse has struck him.
And,
and he gets smashed in the Budweiser.
The 66. Wow, I am so sorry, Ski, for that jinx.
I don't know if I want to talk good on anybody anymore.
Good words mean bad blood. If that's the case, my apologies, Ski.
It doesn't if we say something bad about them. Will it make it do better?
I don't want to take that risk, especially if we're on the air.
Yeah. Back to the front. It's Riley has closed the gap massively. Is there
something that was seen yesterday at the Coke 600? Hendrick 1, 2, 3, 4, and you best believe this is something that they want to do in the regular season. Considering how good and how fast all 4 of these drivers are, obviously the veterans in Riley and of course always Joker, but yet also given the 24 Captain Jack that 1 year experience. But yet as a 9, as I mentioned earlier in the race, makes his debut in the Cup Series on June 17th. So you best believe he looks forward to that.
I wonder if Riley's trying to get him away from the second pack. You saw him push him pretty vigorously down the front straightaway. Oh, big crash to the back!
The 4,
one car spun.
The 4 to 34. I don't know who the 34 is.
And the caution has come out.
6 caution. That is a caution. 6 caution.
Wow, does that help Ski if he is still at the racetrack? He's not moving. I really hope he's still in the race, because that would have really saved it. If it has, we'll see if he moves.
Now that we got the time, I do want to announce that we actually do have a third series schedule presented by SRX. That will be making its debut 2 days after my birthday. That'll be on June 9th. That the first race will be at Stafford in Connecticut at a mile-half track. So yet we'll try to bring y'all some coverage on the channel. So yet we look forward out for that June 9th. We get to make our dirt series debut in SRX.
And some terrible move. Nicholas's ski looks like he must have lagged out. As he's still on pit road. That caution definitely would have saved it. A decent run for Ski today, for sure.
Definitely some decent run. He definitely had himself a great chance until that incident happened. You just really hate for the man, but yet for all the for this is just an exhibition, but you best believe all the frustration would happen, no matter if it's an exhibition or if it is just a regular season race.
Yeah, that's a good point. Whether it's exhibition or regular season, we're all here for fun. We're not here to get mad at each other. And just here to have a good time.
Exactly. And yeah, we're definitely having a lot of fun up in the booth right here. This is the first time myself and Tiger NASCAR are up in the booth, and we're definitely enjoying it, bud.
I would really love to go lap time.
24 has got himself a good lead. He's got himself some great teammates right behind him, but yet you know the 14 and the 22 are wanting to ruin this little Chevy party going on here. You best believe that they're going to try to bring some friends, and you know that friend might be Hendrick's teammate, the 9 of McCart.
Joker trying to move. Oh, wow, that was dead sentence. Oh, Ubi, Riley in the wall. Oh!
Oh, what happened?
Riley almost crashed with hard into the outside wall once. It looked like he saved it, and then went to the outside wall again hard. But everything looks to be fine.
Hooray said all I hear is a jet engine. That's because these engines, these cars are pretty sure they're made out
I
of
only
jet
have
engines.
jet engines for audio. How about color IV? VII, sorry. I'm not going to tell him tonight, but we saw him wreck earlier in the race, and look at him, he's up to 4th place already. I'm not already.
38?
Right now.
The 38 car, he's definitely had some struggles, but there he is. He's making himself a good, strong run, trying to be able to battle with these Cup guys right here. There's see Masopes. Masopes is going to try to go on the outside of the 38. The 38 who got himself off into a wreck, or one too many wrecks here. But yeah, it's always good to see Color trying to be able to make his way up to the front. He's trying to be able to get the 9 strap. The 22 is going to let him in and try to be able to work their way up to the front.
It's like Captain Jack kind of got a little moment there, hit the wall, and Joker made a move. Circus McCord following close in pursuit.
There goes the car. He's wanting to run. He's wanting to race his own teammate. This is something really, really interesting. I figured that they would stay together, but that's not the case because the 24, the 9, everyone's starting to run on the outside, and here comes the 38 of Color.
Yeah, Color. We'll see if he be a miracle. Oh wow, that was close.
That was really close.
Yeah, Color kind of had an opposite storyline of Fistbuster. Color was in the back for the majority of this race. Now he's up front. Fist has been in front for the majority of the race. Scott taken out once, and now he cannot get out of that little second group.
You can only imagine what's going through their minds, especially when they were getting ready to come to the closing laps of this race. Here comes the 38 of Color. He's going to try to be able to make his way to the inside line, but Joker successfully blocks it.
Yeah, I got a feel for those guys in the second pack. Even Riley and Unlead, they all have really good talent. They just are in that second group. They're all fighting a little too much, and they get separated from that first pack. As here comes Color behind to try to get the lead.
Color with an inside move, but yet Joker's going to try to side draft.
Kind of runs him up the track a little bit. Joker was so good at pinching. Who does Mike G go with? Was his Ford teammate or Joker? Maybe not Ford teammate. Just the
way I see it is that Joker's always been good at side draft, and he knows the situation here. So yet Joker's going to try to do whatever it takes to make sure that the Color does not pass him, and instead just try to stay right behind him. But yet, so far,
the cart in the grass. Another spinner in the back. Is that Dead Dad?
So far,
Dead Dad spun just off pit road. So he's going to hit pit road right now.
He could be speeding. If he's sped, then that's something not be good in this situation at the moment, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think he's sped. He spun onto the grass and then just crawled his way under it.
Here comes Color again. He's going to try to stay right behind Joker this time, but yet Joker's going to do whatever it takes to block him. But you best believe the 38 is going to have some help. But yet it's not going to work cut out unless the 14 and 38 does something. The 14 is going to try to push the 38 up again.
Well, Color's going to have us a good run down the back straightaway, which JoJo almost losing the car. Joker going all the way to the bottom. Color trying to make a move to the top. He goes back to the Joker's so good defending down there. As Color's just going to wash up the track and see his second spot go to Mike G probably.
Color's going to lose that spot. And the 14
Mike G spins! Big crash.
Big wreck
again, we saw this earlier. It's all about who gets as much damage as they do.
My lord, this is insane. 7 cautions.
You have to feel for Fist. He got involved in that wreck again. As soon as he got to the lead pack, he spins out in the huge crash. That's the second one of that type we've seen today. And you've hit spot on the nail. That's at least the second time. Actually, third time that we've seen the apron just spin a car around like a ragdoll.
All I can say is, in honor of Hall of Famer Booker T, that was 7 times the amount of cautions we've seen today. 7 cautions we've seen today. That was just insane. That was intense.
And McCard also in the back. I just feel so bad for a lot of these guys having such great runs. And then getting caught up in stuff that didn't even happen to them, or wasn't even caused by them. It's such a shame. We're back on the green here at Michigan.
Back on the green again for the 8th time today. The question is, and I hope I ain't jinxing this, could we see caution number 8 today? Not including the stage cautions. We have seen so many, involving crazy wrecks that we've seen. We've seen some cars spinning like they're Tasmanian Devil. We've seen just a lot of wrecks we've seen today, and yet it's something that we normally don't see out of the class, the class of the Cup and Xfinity drivers for Season 3.
I just like to shout out Bucky Love. We haven't seen him much all race, and with that wreck, I think he got through it, and now here he is up in 4th.
And there's someone that we've been talking about that we've seen involved in most of the wrecks this evening. That is the 6th of that one. He is in 3rd place, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. He's having maybe not the best day, but it would be really relieved if he could get a good finish out of this. Hopefully, if we can get a. Oh! Wow.
You hear that too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride along with JoJo on my screen. You put on everyone's screen. I'm keeping it out on this backpack.
Yep, I'm riding on board. Joker looking back at the field.
The 9th big.
Oh, crash in the back.
Yep,
two cars
that is
around. Nope, one car. I might be OHOG. Or as the
is that
caution comes
color?
out, it involved some
Color,
color.
color,
That's Tom.
color, and color. I believe a 4 of 3 OH. That was just insane, ladies and gentlemen. And
Yeah,
yet,
the color. This just shows you how much track position matters. We saw him at the front just a few laps ago, and now he just gets taken back out, and he was in the back as well. But I don't know if we see much at the front anymore today. Again, it's just going to
ladies,
be impossible to get to the front.
if we get 2 more cautions, then we get 10 cautions. 10 cautions on an HPL exhibition race, and that has been intense. So yet, this is caution number 8, ladies and gentlemen. This is by far been a wild, wild night for our Cup and Xfinity drivers. Big flags out.
No one wants to tell me the lap count, but that's alright, I guess.
Definitely, and real quick, I know our Season 2 Cup Series champion, the Heredia God, is watching. And Heredia, I got to ask you, what are your thoughts on this wild race that we're seeing? Oh, the
Oh,
18!
spin! Bobby
18!
Love! Great save!
Great
Wow.
save. Good save. Trying to stay up on the high side. Trying not to get involved with any action whatsoever. So good for the 18. Just he knows he's going to have to lose some positions, but yet he's definitely trying to keep it clean for the most part.
Oh! Wow, they almost wrecked again with Allen and Captain Jack. But, like, back to what
Allen's
happened with Buck.
I'll say
Great
Allen's
driving zone.
Allen's moving up. I mean, he's pushing the 88, but here comes the 12. The 12 is going to make it 3 wide with the 6 and the 48 on the inside.
I wonder if they're... This is where
Here
a
comes
lap counter would help.
JoJo's
Oh!
going
Oh, spin in the back!
big wreck again in the back. That's going to take
TK
a lot of
involved.
cars.
And
Color
another
involved.
car. That's colored. There's that 2-car spin. Will that bring out a manual?
No, I'm pretty sure they're not throwing any manuals. They're just gonna say screw the rules for it.
Is that the
More
race?
wrecking has happened. More wrecking has
It's
happened.
either a caution or the race. Um,
If this the race, then yeah, I believe the 24 of Captain Jack might have won it. But then again, I'm not gonna jinx it because we don't know. We don't have a lap counter, ladies and gentlemen.
lap count, is that the race?
That was just
Yep, that's the
insane.
race.
That
That's
is
the
the
race.
race, ladies and gentlemen.
Search
Your
Sadak only got me 4.
Search that sack with the P4 finished. Good for him. But yet, that was a quite interesting race. Wow.
It's a little disappointing that we did not have a lap counter because we had no to do in the racing.
Yep, 24-1, and congratulations to Captain Jack. I'm pretty sure for the next exhibition race, they're not wanting to go to Michigan ever again.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go to Michigan.
8 to 9 cautions we've seen, ladies and gentlemen. 8 to 9 cautions we've seen. Wow.
I'm not sure. Are we gonna do interviews? Look how
No, we
fast
don't.
lap with soaps.
We
At
don't really.
38.5.
We don't really usually do any interviews for exhibition, but we will do that come June 17th for our Cup and Xfinity coming back to being out for the season. Season 3 will start, and real quick, Tiger, you have done a great job on the booth. Someone who's always been known for calling the booth, you did a great job tonight, buddy. Really proud of you. Um, but I'll let you take us home. But yet, real quick, I do want to make some more announcements. As I mentioned it, June 9th, if we will see some dirt action. So yet, keep an eye on that. We could be going broadcasting for the dirt series. And once again, June 16th, truck series come back. June 17th, the Xfinity series and the Cup series come back for us to start our season 3. But we still have many more exhibition races. We don't know if they're going to be on the air, but we'll gotta let you know for sure. Tiger?
Yeah, parallel to that, pending if it'll be aired or not, we have a truck series exhibition race Wednesday. Well,
But
if we air it again on Thursday, I won't be airing it in the broadcast booth.
I will not
We'll try to
completely
get
wait.
you broadcasts every Monday until the season starts. And yeah,
Hey,
the shootout starts when?
I think the shootout. Let me go ahead and take a look at
The shootout
shootout.
is on June 10th, and then the duels will be on the 14th. Make sure you guys are tuned for that. And I think that's it.
Someone,
Alright.
Tyler, go ahead, man.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that came in tuned tonight, and especially big thanks to all the men and women who served or were serving currently and past for our military, and like great
Thank you.
day to honor everyone, and thank you for your service.
Yep, definitely. Definitely. We hope you guys have had enjoyed this race, but most importantly, on behalf of myself and Tiger, from everyone else at HPL, we do wish you guys a great Memorial Day. We hope you guys have had a great weekend, and we cannot wait for us to get back on to season 3 to start. With everything that I mentioned, it we can't wait to see all the incredible action. We can't wait for so much. It's going to be a very special season. Knowing now the fact that we got the Dirt Series coming up, and we have all the dates that Tyler just announced, it's going to be one incredible season 3.
Yep. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.